All right. I'm not doing the yo-yo-yo. I don't have the Anthony DiNardo swagger. But what's up, guys?
Can I give it a shot?
You give it a shot here, Cody.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the show. I don't even know how he does it.
You know what? We're here. It's myself, Wagner DeKutch, Cody Coleman with me. My friend, my gambling friend. He's got a glass of wine. He's eating food. You're going to see him shovel his face with a fork.
I got the pork chops.
Pork chops. We're going full blast tonight, man. People were probably expecting like some sort of actual analysis of the night's game. Ronesy Day. It's the one day every 5 days that Pirates fans get to look forward to. Instead, they've got Cody Coleman.
They are
looking down at his phone with a glass of wine and a pork chop in his face.
They were poorly mistaken.
Cody, it seems like your night's going well. How's it going, bud?
It's going. We were doing, little Disney Power Hour with the wine. Had some nooners tonight. We had a good night, and I was watching them Buccos on my phone the entire time. So,
well, thank God you finally watched them. Know what I did tonight? Look at these hands. That's a manly man right there. I've been painting. Just painting, man. It's what I do. Just, manly man stuff. I did the thing where I haven't told my dad that I'm redoing an entire bathroom by myself because I know I thought you
were going to say that you didn't tell your dad you bought a whole new house.
No, I didn't tell him I'm redoing my bathroom because I don't want him to just randomly show up while I'm at work. And then all of a sudden I have paint everywhere. And he's like, painting's fucking done. Glad you had to work. Go grab a sponge. I got some on the floor there. So I'm just doing it myself. I'm going to do the flooring myself. I'm doing it all myself. He's not invited back over till I'm done.
Hey, you're a homeowner now. Yeah, it's all your responsibility, and you know it.
I forget what he did, but he just started. He started doing something one time, and I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I just gotta do something real quick." I'm like, "It's my freaking house, dude."
Right.
I forgot your name was on the deed. Anywho, Pirates lose 2-1 to the Braves. That was the highlight overnight there, talking about just me and Cody being back together, which, shameless plug, we'll be back together soon.
Back together soon, weekly, very soon.
My big teddy bear and his little cubby are going to be back together.
Can't wait. I'm excited. I got my preseason bets in, got those end of year results I'm waiting for now.
Gotta love it. All right, well, Pirates fall 2-1.
Rousey looked okay.
Yeah. A lot happened tonight. Honestly, it's one of the few nights that I think we can look forward to. It's Rowanzi Day, as Joe Block likes to really enunciate.
Gotta
honestly,
make sure he's from a different country.
Exactly. And Contreras, and I've been a little bit not critical of him. There are just some concerns.
You have been critical.
I have some concerns about him. I think there's definitely some things to work on. Obviously, the stuff is just phenomenal from him. Goes out there, he puts together 7 innings against a very, very good Braves lineup. 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. All the underlying numbers probably aren't there, but all things considered, The results absolutely were there. What'd you take away from this Renzi start?
I mean, it's what we want from him. You know, you give up 2 runs. Most teams, at least most competitive teams, they win that game if they only give up 2 runs. So I mean, it's what we needed from him. Even the guys under the pen, they kept it close, and you got everything you could ask for. I sound like what's his name, the guy that puts me to sleep every time I watch the Pirates on the West Coast.
Don't you dare trash Vin Scully.
No, not Vin Scully. No, Young.
Kevin Young?
Yeah, Kevin Young. He puts me to sleep every time I watch a game with him announcing. I sound like him because he says the same thing every Pirate starter. He's like, "Oh, you can't ask for more than that." It's like, well, the other guy's pitching better, so you could ask for better.
No, but in all reality, if you look,
yeah, this was as good a start as you could get. You just needed the offense.
Yeah, and Ronesy definitely got away with some things tonight. He got hit around hard tonight. He saw probably 4+ 100-mile-per-hour off the bat tonight, at least.
Yeah.
And like I've said before, and I know I've discussed it with Donardo and Jim, Ronesy has a habit where he really does love to use one side of the plate, which is great because it definitely tunnels in on his slider very well. And his slider is electric.
Yeah.
But his four-seam fastball, he runs at the same side of the plate no matter what. And his slider, he still's not at the point where he's able to run that thing backdoor in on a righty or just even run it backdoor on a lefty. It's something I'd like to see him work on, but we did see a little bit, I think, tonight where he was able to run that fastball in on a few righties, which you definitely have to do against the Braves lineup because if they're able to get extended on something, we saw Ronald Acuna the first at bat of the game.
I thought it was gone. I saw that and I was like, well, this is how this game's going to go.
Yeah, he did leave some stuff middle tonight.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you battle through that Braves lineup, and honestly, he probably could have went out for an 8th if this is a different situation. 90 pitches in 7 innings. If you just look at that, that's a hell of an outing there from Ronesy.
Yeah, it's a quality start. You can't.
Oh, good Lord.
Can't ask for anything
down,
better.
Boomer. Calm down, Boomer.
But hey, let's talk about the offense. We saw the future of baseball hit a home run tonight. That's Michael Harris II.
I thought we were going to talk about Oneil Cruz.
Oh, yeah, I guess he hit one too.
No, but like you talked about it a little bit earlier, the bullpen did hold it together. We saw Will Crow come in late, do Will Crow things, what he's done all year. God, it was a long, boring game, so I'm trying to remember who all pitched tonight at this point.
Those
I'm
are the
doing
only
it off
two
the
I
top of my
remember,
head.
Roundsy and Crow. I don't even know if anybody else came in.
Roundsy. Dwayne Underwood came in. He did hold it down a little bit, which let's see. Whatever. Piss off, Donardo. Donardo said I did something wrong. I don't care.
Hey, the show's up, right? Who cares?
The show is up. The show must go on. Anywho. You know what? If they would have clicked that link, they could have been callers. And we could have just blown everyone's mind.
Yeah.
But anyhow. Dwayne Underwood came in, pitched well. Will Crow pitched well. Bullpen, a big bounce back night from last night. Any takeaways from the bullpen here, Cody?
No, you're the pitching guy. I'm the offensive guy.
The offensive guy. All right, give me the offense from the night, Cody.
Bad. Listen, okay, so Castro was definitely out on that first steal.
Yeah.
Watching the replay, I know the Braves.
No, he was out.
You're right. They decided not to tag him, or they decided not to do the replay. But on the replay, he got tagged, and I was like, good effort.
They tagged the flap.
Yeah.
It was an incredible slide from Rodolfo.
I was impressed.
But he was out.
He was out. And usually I'm the one that's like, no, like every call is going to go our way. I'm that kind of guy. But no, he was out. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah. But I'm just, taking it back to Castro. Another hit tonight. He's been on a hot streak lately. I know we've, especially at North Shore 9, talked a bit about Castro. That I know I've spoken my opinion that I think he's probably a utility player. Nothing more, nothing less. Do you have any thoughts on Rodolfo Castro?
I like him. I think you're right with the assessment that he's going to be a utility guy. And I'm okay with that. I don't expect him to be any more than that. I mean, obviously, he probably expects himself to be more than that. But
I feel like I'm just sitting at a press.
If we're going to
I'm
be
sitting
competing,
at a press conference right now, where, like, you're giving me the media takes.
What other take is there? I don't like.
You're acting like you
like
work for the media right now.
Me? No. No. He's a middle of the road guy. What do you want me to say? He's going to be exactly what you said. He's going to be a utility guy that can do whatever you want him to do. He's going to get a hit every once in a while. He can come off the bench and get a hit. He can steal, obviously, and and he's not going to start for this team once they start competing. If they start competing.
That's a good point. If he can play second and third pretty well. He's got pop in the bat. Like, there's no doubt about that. He can definitely hit lefties, and he's improving right now. Yeah. So at this point, I want to see Rodolfo Castro in the lineup every day.
At this point in the season, give him the at-bats. Let him get comfortable. You know, I mean, with anybody on the Pirates, it's hard to get comfortable when Derek Shelton's changing the lineup every day. But
I'm too exhausted to get into a Derek Shelton lineup.
Yeah, no, it's not
because it's just it's August 22nd. I feel like I've discussed Derek Shelton's lineup construction every day for the last 120 days.
Tyler, it's football season.
Yeah, it's football season. And it's also 11/11. Make a wish.
Got it.
All right, we're good.
Yours was a little longer than mine.
I had to remember what my every 11/11 wish is, but we're good now.
Every 11/11 wish.
Oh yeah, I got 11/11 on the dot every day. Like 11/11 hits, I just happen to look at a clock. I'm like, we're good.
All right. Okay.
At any rate, back to the offense here. O'Neal Cruz, my friend.
So I think I saw that ball went 152 feet in the air. Yeah. That was the StatCast on it. Insane.
It was it was high.
The fourth highest hit home run this year.
Yep. So it's really just another example of O'Neal Cruz doing things that we don't see from literally anybody. And it's the reason that we just keep riding with them. And tonight, I really do think we saw maybe a baby step, because his first at bat, he did strike out. He was a bit more aggressive. Second at bat, 1-1 count. He swung at that inside pitch, which lately we've seen him really take. And we saw what he was able to do with it. Third at bat, lefty on lefty. I would have loved to really see Chavis run there. But lefty on lefty there, it's been his Achilles heel, and it's going to continue to be until they can really figure out a way to make that work for him. But every now and then we just see O'Neal Cruz. And I mean, as bad as he's been, he still has 10 home runs. The Pirates have 3 rookies with over 10 home runs. 2 of them are in the minors right now.
Yeah. It's stupid.
It's insane that I think his name's like Kevin Pavlov and Josh Van Meter in the majors right now. And Diego Castillo, who's not been great, and I understand Sawinski is striking out at a 40% rate in AAA. He's struggling. But the Pirates have 3 rookies with 10-plus home runs. And they're trotting out a Kevin Pavlov or whatever the hell his name is. And Josh Van Meter didn't see the field today. But even the Bly Madris is getting a little bit of run out there.
Yeah.
It's frustrating, man.
Man, I need Captain Jack back.
Yeah, he's going to have to figure out that strikeout rate, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so is O'Neal.
He does.
So my assessment on O'Neal Cruz, I don't watch every day. I don't think anybody does. But from tonight's game, he reminded me of Pedro Alvarez, but Pedro Alvarez like a couple years of being a consistent starter. So that gives me hope that you can catch it early, that he's swinging and striking out too much. And that's happening early in his career, and you can fix it. Because either he's striking out or he's hitting a home run.
So with Pedro, honestly, Pedro probably came around a little bit too early. If Pedro would have just came around like 5 years later, he would have been great. The problem, in my opinion, with Pedro was that they tried to make him into a complete hitter. And that was just never who he was.
Not who he was. Not who he was.
And then we went through the phase of launch angle and just pull the baseball.
Yeah, because, I mean, even when he went to the Orioles, they still had him playing third base. And it's like, that's in the AL.
He didn't really play much third base.
I know that I went to an Orioles game. And
it was
he started
very little third base with the Orioles.
Well, he started this game.
Well, he played very little.
As soon as he threw a ball into over the first baseman's head, me and my brother were like, "Yeah, we saw what we needed to see. Let's get out of here."
Pedro was like, Pedro might be the reason, not foul balls. Pedro might be the reason there are nets at a field.
Yeah.
Not because of foul balls. It's because of him. Like, if you would have put Pedro Alvarez on a mound, he might have killed a person.
Yeah. It was insane.
I've never seen a human not able to throw a baseball like him or even pick a baseball at first base. God, he sucked there too. Pedro, I don't know why we're talking about Pedro Alvarez. But O'Neal, there's obviously work to be done there. 2 strikeouts, a home run. Obviously, it's not really going to play in a long game here. But, man, you just see all the tools with him. And
but that's what I mean. It's early.
But you saw him after that home run, and it looked like a weight was lifted off his shoulders because he's been in such a slump. We're just going to have a staring contest?
Yeah, like what? You didn't ask me a question.
I didn't know this was an interview.
I was agreeing with you.
But, I mean, we did see it. He went in the dugout. He's wiping it off. It's like, man, I'm free. And then he went out.
I mean, I think he knows. We're at the tail end of the season. He needs to just play his game, get through the season, and work on all the negatives in the offseason. Why focus on the negative while you're still in season? It's just going to make you feel worse. Like you said, the weight's off his shoulders. Let the kid play. That's what he's doing. Work on it in the offseason.
Yeah, so I think the weight off, what you kind of brought up makes sense, though, because it's something we've been talking about. in that it seems like he's trying to be such a patient hitter rather than being the guy that he is. And the guy that he is an aggressive baseball player. We see it on the bases. Hell, we see it on the field. What he's just trying to throw as hard as he can across the diamond. At the plate, he's an aggressive dude. He's going to try to swing. And right now, we see him trying to be patient. And it's not just him. We see it with a lot of guys. The guys that we don't see it with, the Michael Chavises of the world, the Rodolfo Castros, are the ones that are hitting a baseball right now.
Yeah.
So there's something going on there, and it's nothing new. We've discussed it many of times. It's something that is an organizational philosophy that seems to kind of be off.
I feel like the organization as a whole just wants everybody to play perfect. And sometimes you need people to play imperfect to have results. You need somebody to take a chance.
But that also goes back to the player-centric thing that Donardo just harps on, is that Ben Sherrington has preached this player-centric philosophy to this team since he's taken over, but we really haven't seen it at that major league level. We started to see it a little bit, I think, in the minors last year, and then this year, it's kind of just turned into the same old Pirates.
Yeah, I mean, last year when we saw it, it was like we saw it in the majors towards the end of the season whenever Sherrington rewarded the guys. They were like, hey, Brownsy, you get to come up. Cruz, you get to come up. You guys had such a good year in the minors. We're going to bring you up for September for what was it, the last 2-3 weeks of the season, and we're going to let you play.
It was one game for Ronzi and 2 games for Cruz.
Right. But still, yeah, he rewarded the players for what they were able to do.
But they were coming up from Double-A. Like, that's a jump.
Yes.
They had a great season at Double-A. And Ben Sherrington rewarded them by giving them a little taste of the major leagues. And then he shit down their throat on opening day and told them that, no, you're not worth major league money yet.
Yep.
That's where the problem is. But we don't really need to get too big down this rabbit hole. Anything else you notice from a Knights game here, Cody?
No, it's just a slow, boring game.
What kind of wine are we drinking?
What kind of wine? This was some white Franzia I had. The boxed wine, the best wine.
Boxed wine on. You ever dip into that Moscato d'Asti?
Yes. Love it.
Good stuff.
Love me some Moscato. Any kind of Moscato.
No, you got to go Moscato d'Asti.
What's the difference?
It's like a champagne.
Is it a box,
Moscato.
right?
No, it's champagne Moscato. Trust me.
I've probably had it. Is it?
Trust me.
I've probably had
cheap, great.
Yeah.
Your fiance will.
Whoa! Whoa, that was a big word there. We're not.
Go ahead and bring that up to her. Tell her I told you that.
No.
And we got plenty of weeks together.
Throwing me under the bus here. What are you doing?
I mean, I could have went with wife.
You're insane.
It was either wife or fiance. I figured I'd reel it in and go fiance.
Wow. You're the last person I thought I'd get pressure from on this. Person.
I am the absolute first. I love peer pressure. It makes me happy. I like making people do things that I would never do.
Yeah. Hey, all I gotta say, let's see how this football season goes, and then maybe we'll get there.
Well, if you listen to me, you'll be able to afford it.
Okay, we'll see. Speaking of, let's plug it.
What are we coming back? You plug it. I don't quite. That's your realm. I don't know what's happening there.
I hate Bernardo so much. Anyway, no. So we're Tuesday nights for the NFL season.
I'm glad I'm learning that now.
I said it. I literally told you yesterday.
I was sleeping.
You said okay.
Not
You
to you.
replied. No, it was to me.
I don't know who okay was to.
Whatever. Tuesdays this fall. NS9 Bets returns. I think we'll be on here. We'll also be on another friend of the show's channel on YouTube that has a lot more eyes on it. That is 5-Star Matchup. Go check out 5-Star Matchup. They do great work over there. Steve's my guy. I did some content with him last year for the Steelers. Steve's awesome. But he always does his own little breakdown of the games, puts his own spin on it. It's really fun, really cool. Make sure you check out 5-Star Matchup during the season because he also, along with his YouTube videos, he also does what he likes to call little like college radio, where him and a couple of his friends will talk about Steeler games, and now he's given us some airtime on his channel to talk about some sports betting. So make sure you check out 5-Star Matchup. Subscribe to them. Subscribe to us. That's where you'll find your sports betting tips every Tuesday night. We'll get more details as they come. I got to talk to Steve about everything. But I knew I just need to set. I needed to tell you. I need to be like, listen, pal.
I
Tuesdays.
stopped paying attention.
I just say, listen, we're doing Tuesdays.
Can I just bring up Tuesday's wing night for me?
Dude, suck it up.
I usually get a little bit tuned up.
That's perfect. I'll be tuned up too.
Oh, good Lord.
It'll be a good time.
All right, well, what time are we doing that?
That's part of the details I got to figure out.
All right, well, we got about a week to do that.
I know.
Glad we planned ahead.
For sure. But yeah, NS9 Bets, we're coming back. Football season is our season. Just like how we thought baseball season was going to be our season.
Yeah,
in the last 2 weeks.
Well, I bought a house. You were going to get engaged. The whole thing.
Hey, big words. Big words, pal.
All right, let's wrap this bad boy up.
Yep.
Any last words there, Code?
No, I said all I had to say.
All right, well, this is North Shore 9 Postgame Show. Quote unquote hodgepodge of nothingness brought to you by Pittsburgh Baseball Now. We are out of this bad boy. Peace out, Girl Scouts.